Welcome to the GekkoScience world, the most beautiful line of ASIC miners. They are affordable learning tools for Bitcoin mining enthusiasts. This line of miners can connect anywhere in your home without the annoying noise of an industrial high-power miner. With an exceptional look on top. Today I'm going to focus on the USB stick miner called 2PAC. But first let me show you the experience of mining with the GekkoScience ASICs. In this video I'm going to talk about the GekkoScience history, the full history of the 2PAC, mining hardware you need, all the software installation, the experience of mining with the 2PAC, overclocking and the pool statistics of the miner. So let's start. GekkoScience is a US-based electronics hardware company specializing in the design and manufacture of ASIC devices for home cryptocurrency mining based on SHA-256. It is located in Missouri, USA. The company was established in 2012. In addition to manufacturing products, GekkoScience also provides electronic design consulting services. They are selling a very extensive list of miners and crypto hardware in general, such as cooling devices and USB hubs. If I get a referral code, you will find it in the video description. Over the years, GekkoScience has delighted us with a constant improvement in the production of ASIC miners in the USB stick format. Here you can see the full evolution of the miners, coming from the early USB mining days, till the new versions capable of delivering over 1 tera hashes per second. They also introduced box format miners to the market. They consume very little energy and delivering a very high hash rate. Considering the needs of each miner, GekkoScience designed a series of USB hubs capable of withstanding the high power consumption of a USB miner. The latest version of these hubs includes the ability to mine without a PC running the software. They solved this problem by installing a Raspberry Pi inside the hub. The cooling solutions are specifically designed for GekkoScience miners. They offer great overclocking capabilities and some are equipped with RGB lights. For this video, you don't need a cooling kit for the 2PAC, you only have to ensure a fresh air flow in the miner. GekkoScience has a large community behind. They design DIY solutions to improve every aspect of the miners. They share them to improve the mining capabilities, and to make the miners look even better. For the cooling solutions they launched the USB splitter, allowing every miner to withstand its own cooling fan, without wasting another USB port. All GekkoScience products have an excellent quality, a perfect packaging and unboxing experience. If you order a miner, you will receive it in a fancy box with a perfect customer experience. In collaboration with Bishopper.com, GekkoScience released the black version of the 2PAC miner to the market. Now a valued item for collectors. But now, let's move on to mining. First, we'll need to install the Ubuntu operating system and set up our software. If you don't know how to install Ubuntu, I recommend looking up a quick guide online. It'll only take a few minutes. I recommend doing a minimal installation of Ubuntu components. This will make the process easier and speed up all the process. I recommend using a powered USB hub for mining. If you connect the ASIC directly to a port on your computer, it could potentially get damaged. This way, we ensure the miner gets the power it needs to operate properly. It's also recommended to have active cooling. This will help protect your miner and extend its lifespan. For the 2PAC miner, it's not strictly necessary like it is with other models in the GekkoScience lineup, but I still recommend it if you want to take better care of it. In this video, we will install CGminer, the most popular mining software for SHA-256 mining. This software will allow us to mine using any USB miner and will be our way to process the calculations performed by the ASIC. Once you have Ubuntu installed, simply open the terminal along with the necessary commands, and copy and paste each one as shown on your screen. We'll do it together. We're just a few minutes away from mining with our 2PAC miner. In this section, we'll prepare the system and install the necessary dependencies for our mining software to work. Here, we will clone the CGminer repository with the Kanoi fork. We'll use this version because it provides full support for GekkoScience miners. Once the repository has been cloned, we'll enter the CGminer folder and start configuring the mining software. Here, we will install the drivers for all GekkoScience miners. This process may take some time. In this part, we can verify that the GekkoScience drivers have been correctly installed. Now the only thing left is to install the software using this command. Be patient, this also may take a while. This will be quicker if you have better hardware than mine. We have finished installing CGminer. Now, we'll start it with this command and take the opportunity to do a bit of overclocking. We will push our miner just a little to avoid getting too many hardware errors. Here you can see how CGminer starts. In our start command, we named our miner 2PAC. We can see how it appears in CGminer. We also suggest to the pool a lower difficulty. This will be displayed also. Now let's wait for the ramp-up process to reach the desired frequency for the miner. Here we can see how the 2PAC ASIC chips are correctly displayed. This miner has two BM1384 chips. After some minutes, we have our first share accepted by the pool. We have to wait for the overclocking to stabilize till it reaches the 150 MHz. Now the miner is ready. I will explain to you all the lines contained in the start command we ran before. With this command, we can assign mining attributes to our software. We will enter our wallet, set the mining difficulty, and do a bit of overclocking. Feel free to change any line of command in order to experiment with the software. An important thing, if you copy the commands I left in the video description. In the start command you have to replace the address with yours. This will ensure that if you solve the block, you receive the reward. Don't forget it, please. Every time you want to start CGminer, you need to go to the folder where the program is installed and run the start command. Congratulations, you have now completed the installation process and you're ready to start mining. But, do you want a bit more mining power? Let me show you how to overclock your 2PAC miner. You need to be careful because you'll be pushing your miner to its limit. This can cause permanent damage. Do it cautiously. I'll guide you through the process. The first thing we need to do is replace the factory thermal paste. This will improve thermal conductivity between the heatsink and the chip. I recommend that you buy the Thermal Grizzly thermal paste. It has a top-notch performance. You'll need to remove the 5 screws on the back of the miner. These screws hold the heatsink in place. You have to do it carefully, because if the heatsink hits any chip, it could get damaged. Using some paper towels and a bit of isopropyl alcohol, carefully clean the chips and the heatsink. Make sure no residue is left on the components, as it can affect performance. Now you need to apply a very small amount of thermal paste to the center of each chip. A drop the size of a grain of rice is enough. The heatsink will spread it evenly. To put the heatsink back on, insert the screws into the holes and place the miner onto the heatsink. This way, you'll be able to screw it in evenly and ensure it makes perfect contact with the chips. Start by tightening the center screw first. To overclock the miner, it's necessary to slightly increase the voltage going to the chips. We'll do this using the small potentiometer located on the back of the miner. You need to do it very carefully, because if we increase the voltage too much, we could damage the chips. With the miner connected, you'll need to use a multimeter. Check the current voltage at the terminals shown on your screen. Turn the potentiometer using a screwdriver and observe whether the voltage increases or decreases. Once you know which direction to turn the potentiometer, adjust it again to match the same voltage the ASICs had. Turn it slightly until the voltage increases just a very, very small amount. Now that the miner has slightly more voltage on the ASICs, it's necessary to do the overclock in the mining software. This is done using this command. Increase the value until you achieve a stable overclock and the miner doesn't restart or show many hardware errors. If you're doing overclocking, I recommend having active cooling. Now let's check the statistics on the pool. Each pool offers an API service where each user can monitor their miner. Go to CKPool.org and enter your wallet address. A screen will open showing your statistics. The interface is very basic, but it serves its purpose. Here you'll see the following data: your wallet and the name of each of your miners, your hash rate over the last few minutes, hours, and days, your last share, and the number every user wants to see go up, the best share. If you want an interface with a better user experience, go to solistats.ckpool.org. There you'll need to paste your wallet address again. You'll see the same parameters but presented in a more user-friendly and visually appealing way. At the bottom, you'll find tables showing your miners associated with this wallet and your hash rate history. This will help you to be aware of the miner's disconnection and the possible hardware problems you may encounter. I'm sharing all this information with you because I want your start or learning journey in the crypto world to be easier than it was for me. You'll find that many people won't help you. Don't be afraid. Experiment with the hardware and software. It's all part of a great learning experience about the world of mining. I want to thank you for staying until the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, check out my channel. You'll find more content like this. I also accept donations in Bitcoin. I hope to see you again in another video soon.